two, three, four.
Ooh, I hope you have your wine. I hope you have a nice fresh bag of popcorn because it is Messy Media Saturday and we're about to get into it. Welcome back to Without a Clique podcast, eavesdroppers. We knew you'd be listening. We're your hosts. I'm Beverly.
I'm Kim.
And we're about to give you the 411 on everything that has been happening in the media this week. So let's jump into the Kardashians because they have been revving up for the premiere of their show on Hulu. And they've been pulling out all the stops. Like they have been doing it, twin. I'm talking press, pop-ups, interviews, social media. They're super active. Everything.
Fake engagements.
Mm-hmm.
Like they coming out the woodworks with this.
Yes, they really want high viewership. Makes you feel like there's like a higher stake on their end that we don't know about. Never seen them work this hard to promote something like this.
I actually was going to say that. And if I think about what I think the higher stake is that they can prove like their longevity in a sense. Like they had 20 seasons on E and they keep saying like this is going to be new, it's going to be different. So it's like it better be different and it better be everything we expect or we're going to cut the cord. I don't even know if like
cut the cord.
It does feel like that. But they have so many like business ventures that they'll always be a topic of conversation. It just might not be on television. And maybe they're not really ready to let that go. So I could see it being that.
Well, they had a ABC special on Hulu, which was very interesting. They addressed like a lot of controversial stuff that's been happening lately. So like Tristan and Khloe, Courtney and Travis, Kanye and Kim Kardashian and the whole like y'all need to work.
Yes.
Kylie and Kendall, but not really. They kind of just talked about how they want to be private and how they don't want to sell their privacy.
Yeah. I was gonna say it did feel different because normally when like accusations happen, and I'm just thinking about like the Tristan thing, they're more quiet. And I think that now they're being a little bit more upfront about addressing it, maybe because they see like it's not going to go away. So sometimes it really is better to just be quiet about certain things. But like when you are in the public eye as much as they are, you really don't have that privilege. And especially if you're promoting that the new show is going to show your life, your personal life, and not just like the family being put on, you're going to have to learn to address certain things that you don't want to address. So I do like seeing that side of it. And the fact that they can be vulnerable enough to address those things. I would really kind of like to see Kylie and Kendall a little bit more. I know Kendall travels with her modeling, so that's a little bit difficult. But I would like to see Kylie, the business side of Kylie. We get glimpses of it on like TikTok and Instagram and stuff, but I want to see like a day in the life of like work. You know, that's what interests me.
And that's what I think they said they wanted to show more of, if I'm not incorrect on the series. They wanted to show more of like the businessy side. And I think she said she wanted to show less personal stuff. So I'm just interested to see how it's going to be. I don't know, there's a lot of expectations and I hope that they can follow through with all these promises.
Live up to it. Yeah. They better pulling out all these stops, the press, the TikToks, the interviews. Like when I saw the thing about Courtney and Travis getting married in Las Vegas, I was like, this is great press. And that's exactly what it seems like it was.
They're very good at taking things that are going on in their lives and using it to their advantage to get attention or to promote things. And I think that's interesting. They're like the masters at that.
It's interesting. They are. And we want to know too, eavesdroppers, what you guys think about it. Like, are you going to watch it? Are you not going to watch it? And if not, why? If you hate them, tell us why you hate them. Like, leave us comments because we're actually going to discuss each episode that comes out each week. And we want to hear you guys' different perspectives. Maybe it'll open a lens to us that we're not seeing, or maybe we'll open a lens to you guys that you don't see, you know, get two-way streets.
I want to know. So let's talk about Will Smith and the Oscars debacle. There is an update. We did talk about this last week on our Mess Media Saturdays. So I have very conflicting feelings about this. So what's been going on? What's the update? Well, there are two things that have kind of come out in the last, how many weeks has it been? 2 weeks since the Oscars?
Has it even been 2 weeks?
Didn't it happen like 2 weeks, I think. No, that was the weekend
Monday?
before.
Oh, I don't know.
I know. It's been 2 weeks.
2 weeks tops.
Has happened. Tops. So the first thing being is that Will Smith is kind of being, I don't want to use the word blacklisted, but it kind of seems like he's being blacklisted in Hollywood right now. Several of his projects seem to have like stopped. It doesn't seem clear if his projects are being dropped because of the Oscars incident or if it's like a narrative people are trying to spin, because some of these things were already like struggling. I think there was one project where they lost a director. So the project was already being postponed, and now they're saying, no, it's being postponed because of what happened at the Oscars.
At the Oscars, yeah.
What do you think?
I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
I don't like that people take someone's lowest point to make it like this big corruption thing. I don't like it. I mean, I know that it comes with the territory. I know that that's Hollywood. I know that that's fame and celebrity, but it's just like really detrimental to a person's health. If you're going to put something out there, at least put the truth out there. Like you could say we were already having problems with the director, but maybe the director didn't come back because of the Oscars or something. At least like put the truth in there. You know what I mean? Don't just like snatch it away and add more turmoil to a already like toxic situation. I don't appreciate that.
Especially because on social media, a lot of people just like to read the headline. They're not going to actually go into the article. So even if they did clarify that, most people just saw the headline and they're running with it. And
it's
they know
clickbait.
It is clickbait.
Yeah.
I just think that, well, it's kind of weird that this is happening to him because so many people in Hollywood have done 10 times worse and they're still getting opportunities, huge opportunities.
Opportunities, yes.
So it just seems a bit hypocritical that this is happening to Will Smith the way that it is.
And it was a slap. Like, it was a slap. And I think for me, it's just like the domestic, I don't even know if you would call that domestic, the violence part of it. It was a slap. Like when a girlfriend gets mad at her boyfriend, what does she do? She slaps him. Like they weren't on the stage fist fighting. It was a slap. Like I can't. But I feel really bad for him.
I do too. I feel like it's being blown out of proportion. Rumors, whisperings that he's possibly being checked into rehab. And that for me, that gives me a very icky feeling. Like even talking about it, knowing that, it makes me feel bad.
It makes me feel bad too. Makes me feel like that just people who could embrace you in this moment and talk positive things into you to where maybe you wouldn't have to feel like you have to go away to a center to like reevaluate yourself. If you had positive people speaking like positive things into you rather than just like negative and wanting to strip you of all of your accolades that you've spent your years building. And I don't understand that aspect. Like you have one moment and then it's like everything that you've done for the rest of your life or prior up to that doesn't matter. Like one moment can change everything you've built your whole life up to be. I feel sad for him.
I do too. It's crazy how like a director or actor can like win an Oscar and go and sexually harass people or be racist or misogynist, and there's not even a peep about them being stripped of their Oscars.
Not at all.
Man. It feels a bit sinister.
It does. And I don't want to talk about his wife and add to that turmoil. I will say though, it's interesting to see that all the hate is being surrounded by him and her name is not being brought up. I feel like that's a whole nother situation. What were you gonna say?
I said you haven't seen the hate she's been getting lately?
I haven't, honestly.
Yeah, a lot of people are really going into Jada saying, I actually saw someone say something horrible that like she's not worth being stood up for. Like they're going in on her. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't want
I don't know if I believe that. I think that's a really hateful thing to say to someone. I think everyone has something in them that is worth being stood up for. I do think that maybe she could contribute to his health in a more positive way than what we are seeing that she does in the public, because we don't know what happens behind closed doors.
Yeah.
But I haven't even seen like a statement of support for her husband. I think I would like to see something like that, especially if my career and my life is being tainted for me standing up for you. Like whether you agreed with it or not, however you feel, a statement of support should be made.
I think the last time I'll talk about this topic just because I don't know. Something just doesn't feel right about it to me. Like I feel like it went from being just right like this pop culture moment to going to something just a little bit, I don't know. It gets me feeling some type of way.
It makes me feel like that too. And I honestly don't want to talk about it anymore because I don't want to be like the gossip that surrounds like his mental breakdown if that's what's happening. I just hope for positivity and light.
I hope they can resolve this.
Him and his family.
Yeah.
Me too.
Sza and Doja Cat made history at the Oscars by being the first Black woman to win Best Pop Duo. So I gotta tell you, each other, Twin doesn't listen to Doja Cat or SZA.
I don't.
But I did make her watch the acceptance speech because it was like a historic moment.
And I was like, who are these women?
I just know that Doja Cat has been not happy with her career. And I think a lot of people are hoping that because she won this, she'll stop talking about quitting music. But I think, it's her life. If she wants to quit music to be happy, she's going to quit music to be happy.
I was just going to say, I know that like, I'm not a fan because I don't listen to them, but we as people, we as fans don't like to hear that something we've been loved tuning into will no longer be. Like, that's just our nature. But sometimes we have to take a step back and realize that when they are saying, I need to take a step back, it's for them. Like something is not going well for them in their own mental health, in their own personal life. And so instead of making them feel guilty in that by like, no, we need your music, we need you, it's just like, go take your break, and if you feel like you can come back to us, come back to us. If not, don't. Because no one ever really wants to disappoint their fans. So I don't want her to be in a position to where her fans are just like, no, we need you, and she feels like that need to give to them to where she's giving, but she's not pouring into herself. So
yeah, I mean, she won a Grammy, so if she wanted to, she could quit and be in a pretty sweet spot.
Yeah, and congratulations to her and SZA. It's kind of crazy that they're the first Black women to win Best Pop Duo, but I'm not gonna get into that. So congratulations to you.
Yeah, congratulations. This is both of their first Grammys, and they won it together, which I think is
that's cute.
So speaking of musical artists, Chloe Bailey released a new music video for a highly anticipated song, Treat Me. I gave Kim some like little assignments and I made her watch Have Mercy, and then I made her watch Do It when she was a part of Chloe and Haley, and then we watched Treat Me. So I actually think Twin has an interesting perspective because she doesn't know anything about like their history, or she's just basing it off of what she just saw. So Twin, can you give us our thoughts? Your thoughts, not our thoughts. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I will. So I watched, and if I'm saying them wrong, like correct me. I watched Mercy first, and it was okay. I wasn't like into it, but it was nice. I love pink, so I love that aspect. She had cute clothes and everything. And then I watched Treat Me. And the first thing I said was, that felt satanic. That was like literally my first response. It was uncomfortable to watch, honestly. And then she made me watch Do It. And to see how she was with her sister and how that video was, then to see Mercy, then to see Treat Me, it was like a complete 180, and not in the best way. Like, I almost felt, I am not a conservative person at all. You do you, okay? I'm not judgmental in that way. But it almost felt like, why is this music video playing out like this? Why are you twerking like this? It didn't make sense. Like, and it felt like something that I don't think she really had control over. I told Twin, I felt like whoever her representation is kind of almost like behind the scenes. If you want to separate yourself from your sister and you want to have this success, you have to present yourself in a specific manner. So she's like given options to choose from of how she wants to do her music video, but she doesn't get to choose what those options are. I was very uninterested. I will never watch it again. And I can't even tell you what the song was about because the music video was so traumatizing to me that I was not even interested in listening to the lyrics.
Not traumatizing.
Not traumatizing. It wasn't traumatizing. That was a little bit dramatic. But it was very unflattering. I wasn't into it.
Yeah, I love Chloe and Hailey. I literally have their vinyls. I have listened to all their albums and I follow them closely. I think they're very talented. And I like Chloe because she obviously has a hunger and she wants to be at the top. You can tell that she pulls inspiration from Beyonce and other prominent figures. After watching that video, I felt empty. I felt a bit icky, but I don't exactly know why. Because, you know, I could watch WAP or any Megan Thee Stallion video and it's fine. Like, I love it. I'm like, yes, let me twerk. But for some reason, seeing Chloe in this way, I know that she's like coming to her own and her own sexuality. And I know that she's really embracing that. But something about it just feels
unnatural,
but also, what's the word for like taking advantage of?
Exploited?
Yes, it feels kind of like exploitative. I mean, she's young. She's not that young, but she's still pretty young. And it feels like, I don't know, something just doesn't feel right about it. And I don't know what it is.
It doesn't.
Because she's talented. She can dance. Yeah. She has the vocals. But I think it's the direction she's choosing to go to. Not even if she wanted to do the sexy direction. I actually don't see a problem with that. I think it's the way that it's happening. And it's causing like such a...
It's like the way that it's... Yes.
It's causing a very...
Exactly what you're about to say.
It's causing a very visceral reaction from people who are her fans and who aren't her fans.
I'd agree. And I think you bringing up the WAP video, like for me, so people aren't just like, you're a woman hater. I'm not. I love the WAP music video. It was fun to watch. It was creative. I loved it. And there was like twerking and sexuality in there, but that felt not forced in a sense. The Treat Me video felt forced. It felt, I have no words. I just don't know.
No.
That's what it felt.
No words. But aside from that, I want to talk about the music video creatively. I was disappointed only because, you know, I know there's like two different types of music videos you can do. You can have like the type that's like motifs and images and it doesn't have a story, and then you can have the type that is telling a story. And I feel like, I don't know, it just feels empty. It feels a bit soulless, and it feels like, I don't want to say there wasn't effort into it because it's obviously like highly produced. It's beautiful costumes, wonderful makeup, gorgeous sets. But again, it just felt empty. Like watching it, I didn't feel anything besides like unease.
I felt like the effort that was put into it had the wrong like objective. Like if it was highly anticipated by her fans, I felt like it wasn't a fan video. It felt like a race to the exploitation of who can be at the highest level in music kind of video.
I'd be very interested to like sit in on a meeting and see what's going on behind the scenes and see the discussions that she's having with her team and her record label. And I just want to know how like they've came to this conclusion for her brand.
Right. And I really want to know how much say so she has when it comes to her and her representation of her brand. Like, because at the end of the day, yeah, you sign contracts and everything. And that's like a whole other thing that we could get into. But my face is out there at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So I wonder how much say so goes into, no, I'm not going to do that. Or no, I'm not going to wear that. Like, because it's me out there on the video. Like, that's what makes me sad. Because I feel like they truly don't have control over that in the way that you think that they would. But what do you all think, eavesdroppers? Like, if y'all haven't watched the music video, I would love for you guys to watch it and tell me like what y'all thought about it, especially since I'm not a fan of them. I don't know like what you guys were anticipating or what you're usually like used to seeing coming from her, but I would like to know. I would love for her as a woman to be able to express her sexuality without getting like backlash for it, but just not in that manner. That was different.
It's a part of growing up, I guess. I think we all go through a phase where we're like, oh, we need to be grown and sexy. You want to show people that I'm a woman now.
I think you could be grown and sexy without being overly sexualized.
I would like to see more of her artistry at the forefront. I think that's what drew people into her, not her body. It was her artistry.
Well, eavesdroppers, that's it for Messy Media Saturday. I hope that we kept you up to date. And if not, it's probably because I'm not caught up to date. Twin catches me up to date, but it's okay. So we will see you back next week for Messy Media Saturday and whatever happens during the week. And if there's something that you guys see in the media or whatever that happens, goes on, you want us to talk about it, shoot us a DM, leave a comment.
You can tag us on TikTok. If you see something on TikTok you'd like us to talk about us, tag us at Without a Clique and we will talk about it and shout you out.
So yeah, bye.